doing our own shows.
That's right.
But the fact is that you've got great quality too.
Yeah.
I know Carolyn well enough to know that she was not bringing it to you until it was just right.
That's so, and especially if it's an animal thing.
Yeah.
So these are one of my favorite new things in my collection. This is the first time anybody is seeing them. And I think they are one of the absolute cutest things that we have done. So everybody last year asked us for bird feeders.
Yeah.
And the problem with a lot of bird feeders is that they, you know, the bird seed in them gets wet.
Yeah.
Even if it's one of the bird feeders that is in those tubes,
Sure.
they just tend to not be that water
Then
resistant.
they get moldy.
And
That's the
gross,
problem.
and then the birds don't eat it anyway.
Yeah.
So this one has a sweet little baby animal holding onto an umbrella, which
Look at
protects the bird seed. Isn't that so cute?
There's the puppy right
Okay,
there.
so Chunky upstairs, does that not look like your doggie when it was a puppy? Because I saw pictures of your doggie when it was a puppy, and I think it
So
totally looks like a
cute.
little Weimaraner or so cute.
Great idea. And you can see
Or a gray
it's-
lab.
Yeah, it's got a nice lip to it so that it keeps the seed in, as you'll see here.
Little
Here's
baby,
the
this
squirrel.
is baby Nutsy when he was a child.
That's right.
That you always wondered what Nutsy looked like before he came to Denim and Company, and this is what he looked like. I happen to know.
Right, exactly.
And then over here is my favorite.
So cute.
How cute is this kitten?
Oh.
Look at this little boo-boo kitty looking up, holding her
darling.
umbrella. And this
Yeah.
is done in this wonderful sort of patina paint that we've done this season on several of our items, which just
Right.
looks very high-end. It reminds me of those oh gosh, I just forgot the name of the material they're made out of. You know the children's statues that people put
yes.
put in their yard?
I know,
It's like
resin.
or like bronze, maybe
Bronze,
even.
yeah, bronze.
But they look like that. And then,
Yes.
so what you do is you hang them from this sturdy piece of twine and fill it up with whatever kind of bird seed you want. You can do little thistle seed or, you know, whatever songbird seed or whatever you like to put, and just hang it on a shepherd's hook or from a tree branch.
Yeah.
And it just looks so stinking cute.
It's really nice. And like we said, if the rain, I mean, it's not like it's not going to ever get wet, because if the rain kind of comes in from the side or
Yeah.
something a little bit, it will, but it can dry again.
Yes.
That's the problem with the tubes, is that it gets moldy in there.
Yeah.
It's not drying easily. This is much easier to dry.
So, and for those of you who, I just want to give you a tip, because I get this question all the time. If you have squirrels that constantly raid your bird feeder, because
Yeah.
they like all the stuff you put in the bird feeder,
Sure.
a really good way to detract them or distract them from doing that is to give them their own bowl of food and put it far away from your bird feeders. Just put some kind of an old Tupperware bowl or something out
Yeah.
there that you're not using in the kitchen anymore,
Right.
and just put peanuts and corn and stuff. You can get like a bag of stuff that squirrels eat.
Oh, good.
At the,
I didn't know
at
that.
the pet store,
Yeah.
at the garden shop.
Yeah.
And they just want some peanuts and stuff.
They just
So
want
if the only
food.
place that you have that is in your bird feeder,
Yeah.
they're naturally going to try to climb up the tree and get it.
Right.
So that's would be my suggestion to you, because there's really no way to
idea.
banish the
No.
squirrels from your yard.
No.
So
We used to try to grease the trees, but that didn't work. No. Grease the pole.
So that's my tip. But I just think these are really
So
darling.
By the way, they stand 10 inches tall. So it's a nice size. And by the way, it's also 10 inches across. You've got, it's more like about 7 inches around on the bottom. But super cute. I would get a couple of these, $34.98. It would be fun. Even if you had a spot where, I don't know if this makes sense, but if you had a wide top on your railing,
Yeah.
you know, you could set them instead of hang them,
Yeah, you
or
could,
even on tables.
Well, they sit flat.
Yeah,
so
they
you don't
do.
have to hang it if you don't want to.
Right.
And if you wanted to make this longer, you could remove the twine and put a little chain in there,
Yeah,
whatever you want to
or
do.
fishing
It's
wire.
got a nice little loop at the top, so you can hang
Yeah.
it by this, or, you know, just do your own thing.
Right.
But I just think they're just sweet, and they look really vintage. They look really high-end, which is what we were going for with the look of this. Something that looks like a bronze statuary with that patina paint. But this is done in resin and metal. And so you're going to have that, again, that weather resistance,
Yeah.
that corrosion resistance, same as our little wheelbarrow planter that we have coming up. Because
could you hang these from a shepherd's hook? As
Yes,
we
well, here's
see
one
over
right
there?
here, our little
And by
puppy.
the way, I just want to mention they're less than 2 pounds each.
So oh, this is the kitty. So
Yeah.
we have the kitty hanging here from a shepherd's hook.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have shepherd's hooks that you're not using anymore.
Right, exactly.
Maybe the lantern that came with it is broken, or
Yeah.
now you've got some extra shepherd's hooks.
Yep.
So I always save those because you never know when something cute like this is going to come
Right.
along that you want to hang.
Yeah.
And you know, you could plant flowers under that, or do like put it by a little fountain. I just think
Oh,
it would
I
look
like
darling.
that. You know, here's the thing I want to just remind you. If you're seeing something that you love, buy it today, because here's what's going to happen. Carolyn's on throughout the entire day. And so the fact is, this is going to get a couple more hits. And if you come back to it tomorrow and you go, oh, I wanted to get the cat. Well, now the cat's gone.
Yeah.
You know, the cat's out of the bag. It's gone. You know, it's like you got to get them while you can.
Yeah.
And that's why I say for Easy Pay, $11.66. It's on its way to your house. Put it in your cart. Check out of your cart. Make sure you get it, because remember too, when you put things in your cart, if you don't check out within a certain amount of time, I don't know what the time is,
Like
but
an hour or
like
something.
an hour or
Yeah.
so, then that comes back into inventory and somebody else can
Somebody
snatch
can
it
snag
up.
it.
Yep. Okay, stay on the line if you want the cat, the dog, or the squirrel. And we gave you one mention of this Cocoa Pete.